Hi, this is Dr. Darnise, and welcome back into another episode of Dr. Darnise's House of Religion, Magic, and Conjure. Good to see you back. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So today I want to continue on with our spiritual teachings, our spiritual truths as we go down the rabbit hole. And today I want to talk to you about the power of I am. Last time I talked about our power to create, to co-create our experiences. And that we're able to do that because of the nature of the universe. So if you missed that video, go back and get that one. And that should come up as the most recent video that I uploaded. But anyway, you might want to go back and look at that. So today I want to build on that and to talk something about how exactly we can purposely and intentionally co-create. And one of the things that we really have to be cognizant about is the use of the phrase I am. Now, maybe you've heard of this because it's not new. It's ancient wisdom, right? Like we talk about new thought, ancient wisdom. We talk about, the new age. None of this stuff is really new. And so you may have heard people saying, okay, well, you can manifest by using the term I am, or all these different tools people use to manifest faster and whatever. Which, by the way, is a very Western way of thinking about these spiritualities and these rituals even, is that, in the West, we're very much in a hurry, right? People want to meditate fast. They want to do yoga fast. They want to do, what is it called? Power yoga. I was like, power yoga? Doesn't that defeat the purpose? But anyway, I digress a little bit. So what I want to say, though, about co-creation and using the power of I am is that every time, we don't often realize what we're doing. Every time we use the phrase I am, and then we put something after it, we are invoking a certain kind of power and creating that scenario as a mantra. So whatever you put after I am is what you are calling into your life. Okay? So not necessarily in that same moment and in that same day, but if you routinely say things like I am broke or I am, sick or something like that, then you are reinforcing energetically that that's your reality. And so let me back up a little bit and say, how do we know that phrase I am is so powerful? So we could look to our own Bible. I say our because in the Western tradition, it's the Judeo-Christian Bible that pretty much establishes the standard or the norm in terms of religious documents. So you could look to the Bible and look to the pericope, right, or that section of Exodus when Moses and God, Yahweh, are having this conversation. And Yahweh is telling Moses, go and let my people go. Go tell Pharaoh, go and let my people go. And, Moses is stumbling along like most of us would be. Like if you read metaphysically into that scenario, what's happening, or at least one of the things happening is Moses represents everyone, right? Like every man or every woman in that moment of meeting the divine, or that moment of meeting something new. And usually we hide in fear from it. We think of all the reasons that we can't do it. We think about, why it's scary. So Moses is acting that out in that scripture. And so he's coming up with all these reasons why he can't go to Pharaoh, like Yahweh is telling him to. And it seems reasonable, right? I'm just a man. How am I going to go tell Pharaoh, the Pharaoh of Egypt, to let, the people he holds in slavery free? And so he says, Moses says, well, who will I even say sent me? And Yahweh says, tell him I am. Right? And so that's a powerful statement because Yahweh is basically saying, I am all that is. Right? Like I don't need a name. I am all that is. And therefore I am the power that will be with you when you go and do this new thing. When you go and step into what I'm really telling you to do, then or you can trust that I am with you. I am there. And so this is one of the ways in which we know this, right? If we look back even further than that into more ancient scriptures from the Hindu scriptures, we find mystics have been talking about, this association with the Creator, with the Brahman, with all that is, right? And this way of speaking that I am. I don't know the Sanskrit. Maybe somebody watching, one of my scholar friends might know the Sanskrit for it, but I am, or I am that, which reminds us as human beings, what are we made of? We are created, and as I said last time, what did God create out of? God's own self. And so we are that. We are that in microcosm. We are all of what God is in a physically embodied state. So we have some limitations because of that, but it's one essence, right? So when we use the phrase I am, and then we put something on the end of it, we're making quite a statement. So I'm asking you to be mindful. I could give you a little homework assignment, because, people always ask me, well, how do I manifest, or how do I, how does it really work? What can I do as a tool or a ritual? And one thing is, you can really be mindful about what you say about yourself. What is it that you're calling into your life by repeatedly saying it, keeping in mind that it is your mantra if you repeatedly say it? It becomes your reality. So if you are, let's say, struggling and you want something to manifest, you want something different, you want a better job or more money or whatever it is, health concern or whatever, you at least get yourself into a mindset where you can say, well, I'm going to trust that things are getting better, right? One phrase that I use all the time is, things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. Tomorrow will be better. Because sometimes you're in a state of being where you're really feeling, overwhelmed by something. You don't know how it's going to go. And we really don't know how things are going to go. But we can stand on a certain level of belief that says, well, I'm just going to trust that it's going to work out. And I don't know how. Just let yourself off the hook. I don't know how. There's a little magic in that. I call it the magic. You might call it faith. There's a little magic in that, because you're saying, well, you know what? It's going to work out. I'm going to trust that it works out to my benefit. So therefore, you might, use the I am phrase and say, I am well. I am healthy. I am wealthy. It's a little bit tricky, though, when you start saying I am wealthy, because when you're not wealthy, your conscious mind will sabotage you. And it'll start telling you that you're not, right? Like, who do you think you're kidding? Or you only have $20 in the bank, or whatever. So you want to choose phrases that are within reach. So I'm well and healthy, or I'm trusting God. I'm trusting the universe. I'm trusting the Creator, that tomorrow is better, right? And really try to phrase it in a way that makes it real for you, where you can really believe it. I am knowing that it's working out. I am trusting that it's working out. I am well. Things are well and good for me in my world and affairs. I am good. You could just start saying things that get to what you really want. So many times we end up saying the thing that we don't want, thinking that is like a way of getting to what we do want. It could be a point of clarification, right? Like, you want more money in your bank account than you have, but instead of saying I don't have any, or I'm broke, switch it around and say, I'm expecting more money any day. I'm knowing that it's going to work out. I'm knowing that my rent is paid. I'm knowing that my car payment is made. And you don't have to share that with other people who are then going to, sabotage and say, well, how you know that? Or where's that supposed to come from? One, you could say, well, I'm just trusting that it is. It has before. It has before, so I'm trusting that it's going to work out. Or something else is going to reveal itself. But again, you don't even have to share it with anybody else who might take you down the rabbit hole of fear and doubt and scarcity. So the power of I am is a very powerful tool and mantra for creating. And so I offer you that as yet another tool that you can do for yourself and create the things that you want. So, oh, one other thing I wanted to say. So if you've held on this long, thank you, as usual. I appreciate you being in it for the long haul with me. And if so, why don't you put in the comments, long haul. But I wanted to talk about, I'm always talking about Black practitioners, spiritual practitioners, and teachers, leaders, that kind of thing. And so you might have seen in my community post that I put up the video channel of a friend of mine who is an artist and theologian. So the good Reverend Dr. Damon Powell, if you're watching, hey, I wanted to give you a shout out because he does really good work as an artist and a theologian. And so I will put the link to his channel in the description box, and you will hear him talking about his artwork and how he uses his spirituality in terms of his inspiration to create his pieces. And you can go over there and watch him do that. But here right in our midst, I think it's important to talk about Black artists and spiritual leaders and teachers, metaphysical people in New Thought, people in Hoodoo, obviously. And so yeah, I just want to give a shout out. And again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Long haul. Like, share, subscribe, support in all the ways that you can. All right. Bye for now.